Once again, you don't know. Today's show is called Is It All About the Benjamins? Seen? All about the money. Seen? The man said about the Queen's head and dead presidents and rare. So it's all about Doctah X today, Raggo Chat Show. Please, if you're making any phone calls a little later on, say half an hour after the show starts, please stick to the subject matter. Seen? Running it Raggo. KB, just come in and run that little caption there.
Come on.
For real, blood. You don't know Raggo. Man, I ain't watching it. You get me? Saying, yeah, Doctah X is going to come to you. We're going to break down this money thing, seen? You don't know Doctah X is the Ghetto-ologist. There ain't no other Ghetto-ologist. You get me? Start. A Raggo take this in her road, boy. Seen? Psychological.
G-E-T-O. You get me? Ghetto.
Ghetto. Oh, wow. Raggo. Seen? Doctah X.
Yeah. Hello, London town. We're back in the house and the place. Yeah. This week, the subject matter is all about the Benjamins. Yeah, because we're gonna hit it like the money thing and the ghetto thing. As you know, like, I'll go into it again. As you know, I'm the Ghetto-ologist. So I'm dealing with ghetto psychology, anthropology, sociology, ology. That's why I'm called a Ghetto-ologist, the one and only. See. So the way I break it down is by what the intention is to give or put across some psychological surgery. You get what I'm saying? Like to get the brain thinking and the mind working. This is not no ordinary chat show. This isn't about like your opinion and what you got to say about that matter and what have I got to say about that matter. This ain't one of them kind of shows. There's plenty of them shows around for people to get involved in them kind of shows. This show is about people who have used the depth of their mind to think about the serious issues of the ghetto. You get what I'm saying? And the things that we're going through and, you know, trying to look at what is going to help us move on to another level. What is going to help us to change some of this mockery that's going on. You get what I'm saying? So that's what the Ghetto-ologist, that's what Doctah X is all about. So it's not where you're going to phone in and say, well, I think that, you know, my boy, you know, darker soul is rare. And, you know, each week we have a subject matter. You have to make this clear because some people seem to have lost their way with my show. Yeah, or with the show, should I say. Yeah. It's about, if you've got an opinion, you've got to be able to back it with some sound reasoning. You get what I'm saying? It's no good saying, I think that rare, and I think that rare. That's no good. You know what I'm saying? Them talk show there and them kind of talk there. They ain't getting nobody nowhere. We've been doing that for years. You know what I'm saying? We do that in the pubs. We do that over domino. We do that over dinner. Everybody have an opinion. You get what I'm saying? But if you work in a factory 24/7, you understand? And the only access you have to the outside world is what you read in the Sun newspaper or the Mirror. Yeah, and on top of that, maybe one and two things you see on television. You can't base no great, solid opinion off of that. You might think, yeah, you're a worthy human being like us all, but if you're going to come up against somebody who's done research and has taken time out to find out certain things, you can't just have an opinion and then say, yeah, well, that's the meeting anyway. What's that? And what's it based off of? You see, that's what this show is about. This is what the Raggo Chat Show, upfront talk. But you can't just talk any rubbish. You can't just come and start, you get me, start talking and say, well, then, yeah, I think this and I think that. And, you know what I'm saying? So just to clear up some things, like last week's show, at the end of last week's show, I had the listener phone in and say that we was talking about love and what it is to be in love and to love people. You get what I'm saying? We was talking about the thing where, like, the fire for the God that in the Bible. You get what I'm saying? And saying, well, that if that was love, we'd all be loving. We'd all be in a better position right now, because everybody talks about, yeah, God this and God that and rare. That forget bun. You get me? Because if that was working for the past 200 years, 400 years even, yeah, it would have worked already. You get me? We'd have done move on already. Obviously, that ain't working. Yeah, there's some other trickery going on. So we was dealing with love and saying, well, boy, you know, it's better you love your youths them. You know what I'm saying? Or love your girl and don't wait for no special occasion what the government set you to buy her something nice. You know what I'm saying? Or look after her a certain way. Don't wait for no government appointed time to do that. You get me? So that's what we're saying about love. And true that we're saying about how some people, they take the education from the white slave master or the oppressor. Yeah, which is the situation we're in. A lot of us that are here today don't really want to be here. The fresh ones who just come from Jamaica, or the fresh ones who just come from Nigeria, or the fresh ones who just come from Ghana, they're coming here, they're not coming here because they think this is the best country on the earth. They're thinking, well, I can earn some money, which is what tonight's show is all about. But I'm going to just finish addressing the issue about last week's show, what somebody said I didn't get a chance to address on the air. Yeah? So, that's the reason why we're here. So what I was, in terms of love, I was trying to show the audience out there that a lot of these people who claim that they're inner black people, and I even quote that woman on that show, that Dispatches show, for those of you who saw it, that little woman who claims that as a black woman she's an individualist, and our picture them never grow up that way, and she will never grow up her picture them like that. You get what I'm saying? So therefore she have nothing to do with that. You get what I'm saying? Them type of people, I was saying to you. Remember I was saying on my first show about the Uncle Tom, on my show about Uncle Tom's, saying to you, the only time you see them is when something come up. You know, see how much of them you see now and how much of them I say what you're supposed to be doing, and you know, see how them come out of the woodwork again. That's the only time you see the Uncle Toms. You know what I'm saying? I'm not straying. I'm just trying to reiterate, and for those who have been listening would understand where I'm at in this particular conversation, because it's a series of talks, and I have to use the ones I've said already. So this woman phoned up and said that we have to take the education from the white man because otherwise we're not going to get nowhere, and rare. That was her particular point. Now, if she's still listening and if she's out there right now, I'm just saying to her, that wasn't the drift of my conversation. That wasn't the drift of my talk. That wasn't the drift of the Raggo Chat Show. You get what I'm saying? We were saying that there are people who take the white man's education and feel that they are better than black people. They don't take the education and then say, right, I now know this. Let me go back and help some of the poorer, the less well off. No, they don't do that. What they do is they try to be like a white man. They try to perform as if they're white. They try to talk as if they're white. You get what I'm saying? So how do you then say them people can then turn around and say they love black people, like that woman on the Dispatches show? How can she and the other little ones call themselves a doctor? The first thing they turn around and do is want to dismiss whether or not the white people then made the show in that particular way or not. It's funny how this thing came up just after the talk, isn't it, rude boy? You get what I'm saying? So it's like, how can you dismiss what these white people have done? Yeah, when there's no other black person doing it. There's so much black educated broadcasters and watchers that they're always trying to do such a balanced show and trying to be so perfect for their slave master that they didn't even quote controversy. At least the white man has gotten enough balls to quote controversy, even though if you don't like it. You get what I'm saying? But the black man, he's always too buddy, shuffling and still bowing and saying, oh, we got to do it better than that, and we need to be more balanced and rare. And we ain't even got through the door. The white, like I said on my Uncle Tom's show, the Indian man's passed us, the gay man's passed us, everybody passed we. And we're still struggling knocking at the door. But all these so-called people are educated and they're not doing nothing to help the community. Them call themselves individualists. Them doing better now. Them a doctor, them a professional, them a liar. And who is their main clientele? Meaning, who do they serve most? White people. Who invites them to the show? White people. You get me? So, so these people who are claiming that, to answer that girl's question, these people, they are being educated, but they're educated to serve the white man. You get me? So it's no good you're telling me that, oh, we got to get the education. If the education turns around and helps us, then yeah. But if the education is stopping us, stopping us from getting anywhere, then this, I'm not saying getting anywhere, but making other people think that other black people think they're better race or class than other black people, then when there is a problem that's in the ghetto, in the poorer areas or in certain areas or inner city areas, they're going to tell you about how they're individualists and how they're not inner. Then you have to say, hold up a minute. You get what I'm saying? What these people on? And when people like Darkest How on the show said, yeah, you know, you're about shining and rare. People don't want to deal with the realities of them thing there. You get what I'm saying? Because it's only white man can have them show there on Channel 4 late at night. Sometimes you turn on the television and you're shocked. But as long as a white man's doing it, everybody's happy. But the moment a black man starts to pour out all the little skullduggery, for want of another bed, and all the little fandanglings that's happening in the ghetto, then everybody say, yeah, something wrong with him and rare, so he's got a problem. It's not about that. It's about finding out what these, like what the youth worker on it was saying. Let's try and see how we deal with it. Instead of every Saturday night, you have a bashment from now to whenever. Bashment this, dancehall this, crew this, promotion this, DJ that. What's going on? You get what I'm saying? Is that all we live for? But when somebody says, all right then, I'm going to organize this, nobody gonna turn up. You get what I'm saying? All these people that talk about over their table and over their dinner and bang to domino or in the pub with them talk about, yes, black people this and black people stay a certain way and we're not getting away from the stick. No, none of them ain't doing nothing about it. They're not standing up to be counted. You understand what I'm saying? So that is in answer to that particular lady that phoned at the end of the show, which I didn't get to address. So as I was saying before, don't misinterpret what I'm saying. I'm clearly saying what I'm saying. And if in the course of in the course of my speech or in the course of what I'm talking about, you might not agree with something, it's not connected to your opinion. It's connected to the whole subject. So if I'm talking about black people do this for money, then it's not saying, oh, I'm stereotyping all black people. I'm only trying to deal with the subject of how money runs in the ghetto. So after this next tune, we're going to get back to, is it all about the Benjamins?
Won't go tell your friend that the line of passes money mad again. Come follow me. We are gonna tell you about the bad boy there. If you know it's better than he who said it's cool. We're gonna tell you about the one to a back. Got to them gone. Money mad. Boom. They see you living till they live here and they're long gone. When get stopped on, back by Long John. Silver could be a mother, could a safe tracker. Could be a robber, a hitman, or could be a hacker. Could be a earner. Just call them marathon. Couple more rings and a fat piece to earn a top. He's a brand new generation. Good a night, good a fame. Thank God, praise the powerful play. It's in the airways on a police receiver. Cause every message got the money mad fever. Money mad, money mad.
Look like everybody gone money mad. Money mad, money mad.
I like a roughneck, rootless, Esperanara. And I'm doing crime since the times are on. Whatever.
Yes.
What's rock on up a yacht? The money. The dead gangster using bank, curses, butters off. Drop it like an hour off. Sling you up before you take the top. Why crook? Oh, I love to sling your book. A car, cause they're hard and you ain't nothing but a potential victim. Pursued by a muffin now. So be a kite, a dipper, a black or
English style?
brandish.
You done now?
I come to a getaway car, I'm sure it's for a bank that comes off his block or security court. Stick up, you get rough enough to do their stuff and next
Raggo.
boss enough to let me money mad, money mad.
London Posse. Original Raggo youths. Scene.
Money mad tell you about. Don't trust too much, man. They will sell you out. I live in an area where it's scary after dark. The radicals ain't marked, the man you get caught. By the bull, they pull and talk ya. Young youth getting treated like bastards by the police. Or should I say policeman and his truncheon? Be a black man, if you put him in a cell and punch him up. Try that thing they make a youth is up a ragged is a people have to listen. It's enough for them to prison doing long words. For petty crime, some you can't relate, but wait, you'll see I'm talking facts, not lies, not fiction. Fuck, I understand, but all the babbles on my dick.
Don't import them Benjamins. You're gonna spend Wong, spend the Queen's head.
Looking at money, look at me.
'Cause that's what we set.
From your busting tongue, don't drop it like a douchebag. 'Cause you could even get distressed by a roof cat who's holding a blade saying, give me that slurp. And you hand it over, proving that your side is margarine. In the ghetto, use so large, I mean, respected. Just a lick in a test with ease. There's no bleed, you snatch and dash. And the one with the most cash gets the most pronounced. Crazy scheming, wheeling and dealing. They stick to stealing 'cause it's more appealing than dreaming of the beam and merch whenever having it. Seeing opportunities, they be grabbing them. Charlie, smack, cracker, even sensitive. Assault by the youths as young as 12 years old. They want coal and a BMW, and I'll say them will get it from them and take the trouble to go and look at her to them gone money man. Be up.
God money mad. Yeah, you don't know it's all about the money madness star. I don't know what's going on, and you get me? But Doctah X is gonna come break that down and make you know where that's coming from, you get me? Seeing Doctah X.
Yeah, right, Don. I saw y'all go on DJ style. KB's in the house. KB's in the house, like dropping those sweet beats. You hear that style there? That style was original Raggo youth style, English style, you know? That was for, what show was that? Uncle Tom show when we were saying, when we ended up in a conversation talking about English. You know what I'm saying? You got to big them up, star. You got to big up the ones that are here and stop importing all these other geezers. You get what I'm saying? Because they're on what they're on, and we're living through what we're living through. And music is about living. And I'm not living in America, and I ain't living in Jamaica. No, respect though. Respect to Jamaica. Respect to Puff Pastry Daddy. You get me? Respect. But here what? I'm here, and I want some Wong from here. You get me? Because they ain't gonna give me no dollars in America. I want Wong that's here. I want them to give me money right here in this town. You get me? Because that's where all of us grow up.
Seeing.
Yeah, I'm saying. And this go back to Africa thing ain't working right now. So here what? Anyway. Money.
Yeah. Remember the title. Is it all about the Benjamins? Seen? If you got any questions for the X, it's all about studio number 07957 775 477. Any questions? Seen?
Yeah. So here we are now, coming up to this Xmas time again, and like everybody's you see more people on the road now. You don't even know where they come from, because ordinarily you don't even see them. But the road's full up of bare people like saying, yeah, I gotta buy this, I gotta get my cousin this, and my daughter that, and my uncle this, and my mum that, and you get me? But we won't go there this week. We're going there next week. We've got a title called next week. Who's that geezer in the red suit? Yeah, that's the next week's title. So we'll go the fat geezer. Yeah, for real. Yeah, so we'll go there next week. So yeah, as we're going, we're running all of that now. We've got these people having us a kind of way which it's like you're saying to yourself, hold up a minute. We've tried our best, yeah, to move forward as a people over, from the Windrush days or whatever days they call it when we first landed, yeah. And I say we because that still makes us, you get what I'm saying, the first kind of West Indian immigrants and whatnot, yeah. Ended up as conductors, nurses, training nurses, you know what I mean, and all that. And doing most of the basic work that they couldn't do, and a lot of the cleaning up and a lot of all that stuff, yeah? Some of us, I think the phone's ringing, hold on. Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yo,
You got to turn down the radio.
Alright. Can you hear me now?
Yeah?
Sweet.
Yeah.
Now, what I was trying to get through before, I was Big T still, you know what I'm saying? I'm on the radio.
What's your name, sorry?
My name is Big T still. I'm on the station still.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Now, what I was phoning through to let you know, say the phone, you know what I mean? Yeah, you got a bit of problem with the phone, yeah?
All right then.
'Cause I was trying to phone through before and they were emptying it. How do you know? Did it sound silent? Was it quiet? Was it or?
Yeah, we heard some little sound at the
Cheers,
Yeah, you done know.
Yes.
I think that's what happened to us last week, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, it goes.
First I listened to the show, Steve, I mean.
Yeah?
Yeah. You talk like all about the Benjamin scene.
Yeah.
All right, you see, it's all about the Benjamins, yeah. But, you know? Hello?
Yeah, I mean, listen.
I'll see stuff up when you can't stay, you know?
No.
Yeah, it's all about the Benjamins still, but it's who is the one dealing out the money? You see what I'm saying? I mean, if you give a nigga £1 million in the morning, in the afternoon, he'll come back broke.
Yeah, but he's still a nigger then, isn't he?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I said. If you give a nigga £1 million, he will, in the morning, in the afternoon, he'll come back broke.
Yeah.
But if he's got in the right hands,
Yeah.
do you understand what I deal with?
Uh-huh.
He would know how to spread it evenly.
Scene.
Do you understand what I deal with? So it's all about, if you're going to do something with a man, scene, you have to check the way he thinks. Ask him simple questions.
Scene.
You see what I'm saying? See if he's of an earthly mind or a niggery mind.
See.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, T. But
understand
hear what I'm
what I'm
saying, T. Yeah, for real, you're spot on. But hear what
You
I'm
understand?
saying.
Go on.
If that was a good sort of like basis, yeah. Why isn't that? Why don't we use that? Why isn't that working? Isn't it? Ain't they then able, right? Somebody's able to pull the wool over somebody's eyes. It must be something like that.
Yeah, I'll tell you what it is. You see, us now, see, we're by ourselves.
Yeah.
You understand? Our generation by ourselves at the moment. None of us don't even look to our mum and dad for anything. You understand? We're by ourselves at the moment now.
We're breaking away, in other words.
Yeah. I'll see that we breaking. You say I'm breaking up?
No, we're saying you're saying we're by ourselves, but I'm saying we're not really by ourselves. We're now breaking away. If you're from them, we're not by ourselves. We're just breaking away from them.
Right.
So you know they're still there, I think, but we just have to make a stand for ourselves.
Same.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of us now, when we get our youths, then a lot of us love our youths. You say, well, look, well, I don't want you to go through the same thing what I went through.
Same
you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
You know. Now, what was I saying about that? Back to what I was saying.
You're talking about it's all about the Benjamins and that. It is about that, but you have to check what a man's saying. You got to check what a man's on. And I'm saying to you, hold on, let's get you back your balance. I'm saying to you then, if that was a good sort of template, that means if that was a good basis, how comes it ain't working? That means something else is at play then, isn't it? Because that doesn't work.
See, that's the question you asked me. I'll tell you what it is, Steve. I'll tell you what it is. Yeah?
Yeah.
You see, with us now, see, you see, with us now, if say you do business, say a man do a business with a black man, see, and that brother, you know, basically do an arms act on him, and he run off, you understand what I'm saying? Now, poor innocent you now, see, you're going to get the blame for that brother.
Saying for real.
You understand what I'm saying? You get the blame for next man's action.
Yeah, for real.
You understand? So, I always say to people, you know, innocent have to suffer. The innocent have to suffer, you know what I'm saying? Because
but T, we got to kick out Rude Boy. You get me? I know that. But listen, Rude Boy, hear what I'm saying. I don't think that it's fair that a lot of us bow. You understand? And we start to raise up and start to respect and big up badmanism. You get what I'm saying? And drugism and them thing there. I'm saying that we can, I mean, there's other one of us that knows, so boy, I could have been a bad man or I could have sold drugs if that was what I wanted to do. But I decided that, like Malcolm X or whoever, they don't decided that that's not what they want to do. And what I'm saying, but a lot of us, if we weren't all complaining, it wouldn't be so bad. You get me? If we was all saying, yeah, make it just run and everything, Chris, it wouldn't be so bad. But we're all, not all, but a lot of us are complaining. You will hear the complaints, I hear the complaints, our family, you know what I'm saying? So why isn't anyone doing something about it? The Benjamins is a way to buy them out, buy out all the sellouts, buy them out, put them in places where, you remember the overseer from back in slavery? The modern day version of him is a nigger that has been bought out. You get what I'm saying? A nigger that is bought and whether he's a doctor or a lawyer, who is he going to be serving as a paid up lawyer? White people.
Well, the reason why they don't get associated because they think they're better, innit?
Of course, because of the white man's indoctrination.
That's right.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
You think it's better, so you see, that's better now. You see, a lot of these, when they go to them private schools, see, the first thing some of them teach them, is that you are better than someone who goes to comprehensive school.
Yeah, man. They have to do that. Yeah,
and you see, a lot of them are scared to come back into the community.
Yeah, man.
Because what's happening is, I mean, what's happening, I can explain now, it's a thing like this. As I said before, it only takes just one nigger to make them don't come back.
Yeah. And the rest
one
of them
man just mess up everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm doing? And what I'm trying to say is, you're going to get that, brother, no matter what.
Yeah, but hear what I'm
you're
saying,
him.
T. Hear what I'm saying, yeah? That's cool. We're going to get that, but hear what I'm saying. Why? Where is the ones who ain't doing it? You get what I'm saying? I don't mind a few of them stay where they're staying, but you see, when they stay where they stay and there's few of them, the ones who are somewhere else can point at them. Right now, nobody can point at them. They've got so much to say, they're so full of their own shit, basically, that, they, you know what I mean, you can't even say nothing, because you're thinking, well, oh, my son, you know, remember the same Windrush person, you know, the same, oh, my son's a doctor. Oh, my son's a lawyer. My son does this. And he's probably served in the last sort of like 3 years of his case, he probably served 2 black men. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying?
I tell you what it is, I tell you what a lot of them think. A lot of them think, seeing that is a smooth road. They don't realize that it's a rugged road. It's not a smooth road.
Yeah, man.
Do you understand what I deal with?
Yeah, but didn't Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, you know, Kwame Ture, you know, Harriet Tubman, I mean, you just can keep going. Didn't them people show you that the fight ain't over? This isn't freedom.
True.
Man like, you see a man like Puff Daddy, he's been bought. The man, the money that he's got to show off like it's all about the Benjamins and write that tune, is a man giving money. He was lent some money by a man who's got billions. You get what I'm saying? Clive Davis of Arista Records gave him 25 million. What do you think he earned 25 million? So he's bought out. So when he starts to tell you about it's all about the Benjamins and rare, that means that he's fathering a champion in a cause for the white organizations then. Because the Jewish community ain't saying that. The Indian community ain't saying that. The Chinese community, the Japanese community ain't saying that. But guess what? The community is saying that.
Yeah. And you see, as I say, what's happening is, as I said before, you see, if he's spreading that is all about the Benjamins, but certain man out there would take that differently. And you know what I'm saying? Certain man would take that differently.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, they'll think, oh, it's all about the Benjamins. So, all right. So they might see them driving this Rolls Royce and things and say, all right, listen, I'm going to have fun myself. So they do, but hey, in other words, they will step on you to get where they are.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm dealing with?
Yeah, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's where the reaction will come in, because I see a lot of things going on now. A lot of men stepping on next man to get where they're going.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
No,
you know?
dog wild thing.
I tell you what, I reckon everything can change within a wink of an eye, but all it needs is a role model.
Now I tell you, like I'm saying, like the brother, you see, like the brother, you know, I always big him up on my show, the brother D-Row, you get what I'm saying? I would always do that, because that's me. You get what I'm saying? If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here now, or you wouldn't be here now. You get what I'm saying? So there's certain people who will not back them simply because they don't seem to sit in the situation where the sellout little slave nigger feels is appropriate to make sure the white man. Because he wants you to look. Remember, this has been happening to us from the time of Jackie Robinson in baseball, you know. When we had the original baseball leagues, they wouldn't let the normal bad youths or the little, you know what I'm saying, they wanted to put the best Negro forward, which was Jackie Robinson. And even then, Jackie Robinson tend and kind of lick out against some of the things they were doing. But he was the best, most Negroid, sort of slave-like nigga they could find. He was in the army, so they're trying to show other black people, here we have a clean-cut, good image of a black man, so why don't the rest of you be like him?
Yeah. Yes,
so they've been doing that for years, rude boy. They always give us a role model that suits them. So black people are so used, black people are so used to the white man's version of a role model. Somebody like D-Row, the amount of things he's done for the community and for other artists and for things like, you know, and it's like he's a nobody out there. You get what I'm saying? And that is not right. You get me? It doesn't matter what his profile is. As long as he is adding towards the upliftment, he ain't talking about it's all about the Benjamins and let's smoke some crack. He ain't about that. So
you see, that's why you see Muhammad Ali, yeah?
Yeah.
You see, while I was watching a documentary and he said, you know what, you see, that people don't listen to the average man.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So they were saying, you know, basically, he was saying he didn't like, before he turned the boxer, he didn't like the way the people was going on. He didn't like it. Because he's a man who kicked back and watched and see how the people was going on. So he said, he wasn't Muslim on it, but he prayed and said, look, what can I do to make the people listen to me? So what he done, he went out there, he turned world champion, got his Rolls Royce, because he realized people listen to people who's got things. You understand what I'm doing with it? When he said that, I said, he said, and that's the reason why he said he got all them things there, because he understands how people think now. So listen to a man who come in a Rolls Royce. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why liquor against going to Vietnam, you understand? That makes people feel stronger now, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. If you're going to be a role model, you've got to have things. Because that's how people's mind think now.
See,
You understand what I'm saying?
Seen.
Yeah, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't get what you're saying.
Yeah?
I hear what I'm saying. I hear what I say. That's a good point, but hear what I'm saying. You see, what you're saying is that let's keep with the particular brainwashing that we're in and work with it. That's what you're saying. Yeah,
Well,
that's what you're saying.
Well, I can say it now.
Because you're saying, remember, I'm going to repeat what you're saying. You're saying that in order for people to listen to you, you need to have things, which is a setup. You understand? That has been indoctrinated in us over years and years. So now, a lot of people, the white man can now get a bona fide idiot. Forward, give him some money and make you listen to an idiot.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? So you're saying to me now that the only way to listen to somebody is he got things. So with bearing that in mind, and you're dealing with a lot of other people like that, if they're thinking like how you're thinking, they will listen to people like Puff Daddy. Look at the little sellout youth there, LL Cool J. He sell out his own vibes. You get what I'm saying? But they still think they respect him more now because he's got money. He ain't defending nothing now. All he's doing is about his career and it's we make him. You understand? But he let us go because he feels that he's got a better ally in money and Hollywood. So he can let us go, and where's they all going, yeah, LL Cool J, you're rough. Rough what?
Because you have to remember, you know, you see, you put it straight, you see the youth them now, what's going up now.
Yeah.
You see me now, I'm 30, see, and I can tell you now, see, when I was 15, I guarantee you a 15-year-old of today think the same way I think. Like when I was around, Public Enemy was around.
Yeah.
You always wanted to be like, you know what I'm saying, someone who you know what I mean, who's a role model.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So, fair enough to get these kind of role models, I understand what you're saying, but you can always pick the nonsense one them.
No, you saying that. You're saying that because your name is your name. But there are a lot of people out there who are feeding into the nonsense. You understand what I'm saying? It's all right to say, to use yourself as a category and say, well, I can pick that, or you can. When you say you can, you imply that everybody else can. But I don't think so.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because
So, but what I'm also saying is that these guys who was around in Public Enemy time, right? All that young people have to look up to, is athletes and bloody basketball players and footballers. Now you tell me any sensible person, that wants their son to grow up to kick ball. You tell me what on earth there is sensible in dunking a basketball. I don't care what the youths them are in. You get what I'm saying? Because I was a youth too, and I used to go and I do the world of things. But it don't mean that I then thought kicking a ball on a Sunday was firing. You get what I'm saying? It's the mothers and fathers who are lacking in their duty. You get what I'm saying? Who are giving up their right to their children and giving the state, giving back the oppressor their children. So therefore they're confusing their children and they're what? You know what I'm saying? How can you be 18-year-old? Look at the boy. What the boy name again? The little youth there. Owen, look at what the boy's on. The boy's on something like 25 grand a week. You're telling me a 70-year-old that only knows how to kick ball is worthy of 25 grand a week, and we've got doctors and nurses that are saving life and bringing forth life, and them they're paying 20 grand a year or less? You talking about because a brother can score goal because they've the oppressor has sorted it out in a way that you're forever chasing the same old thing. Yeah, my son I play basketball, because those are the only things he's given you to access money. So then so now you've made yourself a role models. They ain't role models. You've just made yourself a role model because of your love of what? For the love of money. You get what I'm saying? That's all it is. It ain't got nothing to do with, the youth should be... If the father or the mother is strong enough, I'm not talking, and talking like that and say, well, I'm going to send you to pub. I'm talking just saying to themselves, well, that's their idiotness. And if they can be a role model in themselves, they can walk into a sweet shop or the salesman don't come and they don't switch their language, talk of course to him before the door knock, and as the door knock, oh, hello, Mr. Rary, and make the youth feel ashamed of them and go out the street and want to defend themselves differently and say, shit, I ain't acting like that. If the mothers and fathers stop being so much slave-like, then what would happen? Then the youth of them say, yeah, come he don't know my mother but me, and I want to be a doctor. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be no footballer. Footballer not a sense. We're footballer, what is the Arsenal? You don't know Ian Wright a fire, and boy, the cop and FA. What has that got to do with slave processes and our processes of people?
The whole thing of people, you always got to think of his hope, innit?
Yeah, but rude boy, we've had that hope since 1940.
No, what I'm saying is that material hope. It's
Yes,
an
rude
artificial
boy,
hope.
but
Artificial hope.
Yes, rude boy. I
You know
respect
what I'm
that.
saying?
Yeah, man. But what I'm saying is that
to make you cut. In other words, it's a plan to make you, it's to divert you off what's really going on. It's entertainment.
but rude boy, I'm telling you, they're paying these Negroes, these niggers, money in order to champion the cause. You know what I mean? You know, a lot of these, you know, Linda Bellis has come out the woodwork to say something about this dispatches program. They champion the cause. Linda Bellis cannot chat to me or the youths them that I know. You get me? She cannot chat to them. She can only chat to white people and people, black people who think and talk like her. Why is it, right, that black people can learn how graciously it is to speak in the English dialect and use the English accent, even sounding like them and Prince Charles used to spar when they never went to public school? They went to a comprehensive school like me and you, but their accent is so, I dare say, my dear old chap, it's like rare. And you think, hold up a minute, did you go public school? No. You get what I'm saying? So they're fake people who rate the English society so much that they can no longer communicate with, unless a word come out like wicked. You hear them saying a little things, yes, and I think it's wicked. You know what I mean? Like some idiot. And that's how we're dealing. You know what I'm saying? So they are lost. So
I tell you what, Sean. What I say, a lot of black people seem they want to come out of London and go around. That's where because what's happening, I realise when you live in London, it's like you don't really see what's going on out there. Because you see me now, I work in places like Maidstone, all them places there. You know what I'm saying? Them far areas. Now when I go out in them far out areas, and when you come back into London, you realize there's something different. You know what I'm saying? That's what really cool. I said, to myself, you know what? I could see, you know what I'm saying? When you come out of London, you can see really what's really going on in London.
Yeah, but that's why you have this thing called the inner city, rude boy. You know what I'm saying?
You can see what's definitely going on.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is money controls everything. You know all this little war we're having between man and woman, and it's so interconnected, it's ridiculous. Right now, women are getting, because the fear of the black men, women are getting a big up. Somehow they're cleverly thinking it's because of their hard work. They never joined in the suffragettes. They wasn't around for the feminist movement. They've come and they've leached on, just like all our other black brothers or black geezers. You get what I'm saying? They've leached onto a system that gives their people a backup. So now the girls are all jumping on. They played no part in that. They played no part in the suffragettes. They weren't even off the Windrush yet. But now women's this and rare. And so now, on top of they're fighting us down as baby fathers and rare. So you tell me, right, I'm just going to stray slightly. Who are men sleeping with? No woman. Is there another sex? There is no third sex. So therefore, the women are equally as to blame. So they don't turn around and saying, well, I've got my independence now because of what? What is independence about? Money. It isn't about independent love. It isn't about independent emotion. It's about independent money. They're being bought.
Well, I tell you the truth. You see what? I had the same discussion the other day with some young ladies, you know. And I said to them, you know what? You're going to realize, that the same way the white man used us, is the same way they're using you. You see what I'm saying? And they go, what do you mean by that? I said, listen, the same way they give us jobs and then afterwards now. I said, look, at the end of the day, the white man hasn't got enough jobs to give his own sisters. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna see that they're just using you the way they use us. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? But this, see this what I'm saying to you. This is what I'm saying, that in other words, they're not having they're having a laugh, and they ain't on nothing. They're not on nothing because the HP card that they're not, it's not like they're on like 40 grand a year and 50 grand a year and they're all kicking up. What it is that they got more access to facilities than what the black man has. What it is that the HP is more cars than the black man has. What it is that they're renting more and buying more houses than the black man has. But you know what house is being bought? It's bought over a 25-year lease. They ain't being bought cash. So they're just slaves. They haven't freed themselves. They haven't become independent. What they have become independent of is the black man, who without a black man, they cannot make a family. With any race, whether it's Chinese, Indian, Jew, whatever, cannot make a family development without the man. It's stupid to think you can do that.
But listen, don't you think, I tell you what, Steve, I tell you how our people rise, yeah? You know what our people rise? Is when other people start looking down at you. Then you see what's going on? All right. The white man now, put it this, society has made the black woman to look down at the black man now, yeah? And that's the last straw. Because you know the white man look down at us full stop. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah? Now, what I'm saying is now, you know when a person start look down at you, see, don't you think they will say, right, you know what? The black man's so vulnerable now, they'll kick back and say, you know what, listen man, the woman is looking down at us, our own woman's looking down at us now. It's time for us to rise now, you know. You know what I'm saying?
Big T,
Huh?
rude boy.
Yo.
Hey what, no disrespect, seen blood,
Yeah.
but you don't know, try stay around the subject matter, because you don't know it's all about the Benjamins, seen?
Yeah.
You don't know fire's running still, you get me?
See,
We're gonna
yeah.
run a little one track, seen?
Yeah?
Yeah, blood?
Okay,
We'll
man.
just stick to that, yeah, blood? Respect.
Yeah, so T, yeah, we'll catch you again. We're going to run this tune because we're trying to keep to a schedule and open for more callers. But respect to your contribution and stay
Right.
tuned, rude boy. Yeah? Peace.
All right.
Yourself, blood.
Yeah.
For the love of money.
Yeah, have to big up Big T for that, rude boy. You know, you don't know the struggle, you don't know the fight. You get me? Saying, all the people out there, this is dedicated for you. You get me? All you money-hungry women, sort out your business. You get me? And all the men them too that that's after the Benjamins. You get me? Sort it out, mate. And the Queen's Head. You get me? It's about loves too. You get me? Long thing.
Yeah. Remember studio number 07957 775 477. Yes, the title of the show is It All About the Benjamins? Doctah X.
Yeah, is it? Was you listening to that tune, For the Love of Money? Yeah, you got the girl in the background going, and then the man saying, oh, whatever they're saying, for the love of money. Now, anybody with any sense can tell that girl's like a pro, isn't she? She's got to be, isn't she? She's got to be something, because she's saying, for the love of money, oh. So I think that implies that that's something that you do for the love of money, isn't it? Sex. You get me? Because you're singing a song, you're not stupid, and you're going, for the love of money, So, you know, you're implying, you're painting a picture, yeah, that's what you're on. So back to what we were saying again, yeah? That's what people do. They do anything for one. They do anything for money. Yeah, they're money-hungry people. You get what I'm saying? And those type of people are not all about, they're not all about community survival. They're not all about forwardness and moving forward. They're not all about that. No, what they're about is their own self-survival. Individualists. They want to know about, boy, Chuck, you don't know me for make money this week and me for all a bashment and array, and me not care if there's no security and if the man them are bringing gun and a shot at the man, and me not care. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're on. They'll get you to a venue, yeah? They know that man and man is carrying gun and man is getting shot, yeah? And they'll hire a venue and they won't have nobody on the door with no metal detector because it costs too much money. You get me? But the venue, they don't know that the venue that they are hiring or the type of artist that they're hiring is going to encourage that. But what? They're not doing that because they only want money. Yeah? They don't want to advance people. They just want one. They don't care. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the love of money does. Because when you go to, for those of you who have been to a West End theatre, a West End show or a West End club, you better know you're not going in unless you look the part. You better know them little big black sellout coconut bounty-loving black bouncers ain't gonna let you in if the white man says, you know, because there's not that like black people own all them clubs that we rave in. Management reserve the right to try your raw. You get me? That's what they reserve the right to do, or not let you in the first place. You get what I'm saying? So when you go down to them places there for the love of for you to spend your wong, yeah, your hard-earned weekend money or whatever, yeah, or even during the week money, yeah, they still say, well, I don't want you in here. But no, not the black man. He's so busy making money for his own self. Not to use the money to forward the next bashment or say, all right, then I'm going to use some of this bashment money and create a ideology for women, for this or that. I mean, I'm not talking, you know, like, you know, because everybody's interested in different things. I'm not talking about, you know, everybody must be interested in designing poetry or designing, you know, emblems. And I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about there's other people out there. So that let them be catered for, no doubt, and let other people be catered for. And there's a set of youths out there right now that want to know what's going on and would like to be a part of some kind of movement forward without all the restrictions of the white policies and the white institutions. You get me? They don't want to be a part of them kind of policy there. You get what I'm saying? But the buyout youths, them, the man them who's, I'm not on just the people them who are dancers and real. I'm not on them, so don't get phone and say, well, what you say, well, man can't money. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that that is prolific. And it wouldn't be so bad, yeah, for the love of money, if you owned anywhere. If anywhere belonged to you. You get me? If you owned any record companies, then you're talking about, yeah, one gets you that. But you don't own Diddley.
Yes, caller. Can I take your name?
Good evening. My name is Peace.
Peace?
Yeah.
From where, blood?
Yeah. Well, just in the vicinity, yeah, in the universal sense, yeah.
Yeah, so we saying Peace?
Yeah, well, I'm just listening to your program and the way you guys come over, right?
Yeah.
Is that, yeah, well, you know where you're headed. Because you have an insight of things that's going on, not just in the immediate community, but I look upon it as a community, far away community.
Yeah.
And the sense is that while people going on about the money business, as you said earlier on to the brother was just speaking just now, when them study within certain subject, they demand them who study the subject don't come back to the community. And it takes people like yourself now who unrecognize, who highlighting the thing. But no feedback apart from what you're giving back to the community is coming back into the community. So as I said, the Uncle Tom, them is always there. There's Uncle Tom and Uncle Tom is Tom. You understand? Yeah. So really, now there's a future.
Nah, sorry. Peace. Listen, I don't, you see what, my thing isn't that, you know. Let me start somewhere. Right, first we came here from the Windrush, yeah? You met, I suppose I know what area you're from, but say,
that is the truth.
We came here, and you remember that whole story about, yeah, man, I take my money and go back on the railway. You remember that story there? Yeah? That never worked out, right? No, over the last 10 years, we have a whole other set of Ghanaians, Nigerians, who there's a set of them? Algerians, Somalians, where else again? Ugandan, what? It'll get mad.
Yeah.
So the little oil where the West Indian did have over the place, them will lose it.
Yeah.
Or them will give it up. So all right, then fair enough. So we can't stop that now. That'll work. But the place where we're supposed to go, which I feel you was going to mention, is the place called Africa. Or maybe even Jamaica, or some West Indian.
You have a pass through there, sir.
But hear what I say. You can't go back there. You can't go back there until somebody kills somebody over there and we get back that.
No.
You can't go back. Where you go, I tell you, here where you go back there, go down. You go back there like a little farmer and catch off one side and do your own individual thing. The only way you're going to be able to go back to Africa is if you have economical strength and physical power. You get me?
Well, yeah.
One and one, mind you, no, don't yet know. Mind you, one and one man and little 1 and 2 family can go back and decide say them want to live. I know Rastam understand that. And them live in a commune and them run it that way there. But I am not one of those type of people.
No,
and there's
no.
a lot of people that they're not going back and marsing and going to farm. They've learned, all they know is city life, so they want to say, well, give me some of that, and then let me decide what I want to do with my money. Let me just go and run and plant 2 yam and plant 2 banana and stay one side and grow up my kids them in a nice fresh air and all that. I'm sorry.
That's not what they want. That's because them come so immune to this thing. What you just call the money or the Benji.
Benjamins and the Wonga and the Queen's Head. But start look at the environment. You got pollution. You got microwave oven. You got fridge. You got Hoover. You got all that stuff. So you're getting effed up anyway.
Well,
you get me?
That's what I'm saying too. You see, I'm fighting against the same thing you guys are fighting. So why you noticing the struggle? But I mean the struggle also. And the thing about it, right? Sometimes you speak to people, as the brother say, as Mama Dali say, well, and he's a bona fide human being. You respect you that, But say, well, what you're doing, where people recognize you is if you drive a Rolls Royce and dress up in a suit.
No,
well, that's the same reason why black people never recognize Jesus because they have only for money, you see?
But But you
that they never recognize him, you know. I know that they never recognize him because
I never did a look Chris,
But he never did a look Chris and he never had no money. So you started
you're on it. But you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
The Rasta man, right? The Rasta man, him never have no money.
No.
Rasta man build this, you know.
Them don't know.
Rasta man build this thing, Every little freedom where black man have, Rasta man give them that, you know.
Yeah.
You know that? So all them just at this, all them man they take funky dread and frinky dread and freaky dread and all kind of dread and mess up the business.
Well, you hear the man say now, right? The man said the man who build it, you know, will destroy it also.
See.
But for them that who seek him, especially in these time, right? They will like among the chosen few.
See.
You understand? So me see the whole thing going on, and you see it, even the child see it. So you're saying to yourself, well, what's going on?
No, and also, what can we do? Fight it, rude boy. Fight it. That's me, you know. Now they would hold it and say, and run from it, you know. They would fight to the death. They would fight that. You get me? Them you see all the man one dead over some jugs and all 2 crack and a brother shot a boy. Just the other day a brother shot a boy because you know him though? Him go out and thief one of him had a brethren thief a boy have on a Chris watch through the same little Benjamin's thing. Them understand what a Rolex is. A Rolex is a watch we start at about 10 grand. And it go up to like 20, 30, 40,000 pounds for one watch. You see how when you see them wear all a one watch is usually a Rolex. So the Benjamins thing them make man start recognize all them thing they know. So a youth now decide say him want flex away him there sell some drugs on the highway and him decide say, yeah, me I go perch like me dep on something. So him a roll with this Rolex now and some other youth see him I want dance. And I say, wait, I'm a Rolex that about 15 grand worth of watch him I wear now. No, 15 grand is a year's wages to most poor people. And the whole of them poor, me not care how much drugs them I sell, cause them can't go on a bank with the money there. Them have to live amongst the ghetto people them. See? Them shot the boy, them juke down the boy and shot the boy twice in him head. For the Rolex watch. And that you talk about the bench, and that them man they bring, the man them like puff pastry, you know, and them and that them bringing at the ghetto, you know. Man just a lost after all things where them never even know about 5 years ago.
Well, that's it to see. That's what's going on because them fans say if them control a few of these now in this time, them find say well them can have a more heavy-handed, if you like, go right within the family.
Yes, true, but you know what I'm saying? But the mother and the father them not say nothing.
Well, the mother and the father not say it because you see them is from before, and them children, some of them children in this time is like themselves.
Seen.
You understand? So
good point that now, man. I mean, I feel out that one there.
We don't lose hope because you see all the Benjamin and the different things them are going and stuff like that, Because you see, I myself say, you see, you born here,
Yeah.
Now me come here, like you say, and the wind rush. Yeah, he came in the wind.
I rushed the place.
He came in the wind. You see, so a lot of the people who come up in those time, right? Some of them those deceived from a long time still, but not all. You see, some come to rescue on a rescue mission. but through certain circumstances, you know, the mission was not aborted, you know. You know, aborted. It was like you take a stop for a time, right? Surveying things. Just to see how the people them was getting on, and to see how your people them who came here who were getting on. Would they help their one another in this strange land? So you find, so now some of them become doctors and lawyers, yeah, and them start speak out of them eyes, George, jolly good, what, you know, because they feel the education is the one, is their own way of survival. Nothing wrong with the education, you know.
Nothing wrong with it.
It's what you do, how you motivate your mind. You understand? And some don't do that. So therefore you find them to use words like you use the word, well, I'm an individual and that don't so no concern me. Those my black people on the stuff still. You understand? So they not try to work with them, always want to be like the white person over there. So but I say more important to be yourself. So therefore man, I respect you for you being yourself.
But this is what I'm saying, peace, yeah? You're talking about all them little, like right now, watch this. My parents are Jamaican, yeah. All of my people, them Jamaican. I just come from there the other day, 96 anyway, so it's not the other day, but recently, yeah? And I ain't got nothing against them, you know, but you see what I understand internationally, yeah? Is that if you don't own something, you know, they're talking about money and rare, but if you don't own nothing, guess what? You cannot trade. If you go back to Africa, you have to own the land in order to trade and sell 2 yam or sell 2 banana. You cannot be down paying on something and say you own it. You own it when it belongs to you. You understand what I'm saying? We don't have no music here to trade with America with. We don't have no music to trade with the West Indies with. You understand what I mean? We don't own no music factories. We don't own no music stations. We don't own nothing. You understand what I'm saying? But it's all about the Benjamins. The youths, them are spending 15 grand on a watch. You understand what I'm saying? 15 grand can give you a decent down payment and a house, right? 15 grand can buy you a fairly decent little BMW. You understand what I'm saying? 15 grand can set up a decent business if you know what you're doing. 15 grand can be laundered and changed into legal money if you know what you're doing. But the youths, them, they're deciding that they're living from one dance to another because the so-called role models are saying that's what life is all about. Let's buy more gold. Let's buy more cars. And the girls, them, they're claiming that money's this and but they're loving it. They love all the attention that they get. They love all the champagne and all that bollocks. They love it.
Well, that's the plan. That's the plan.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. So if there isn't somebody who knows, this is how them thing there, a man if know him can get them thing there and rebel. When Marcus Garvey say, rebel. What Marley say? Rebel. You have to rebel in order to know that I can do that, but I rebel. You know what them Rasta man them say? Burn that. Burn that. You get me? We're not into that no more. We're not into running down pom. We're not into running down money. We're into trying to motivate our people them. You get me? So you can still have that fire. You can still be a rude boy. You can still run it. But you don't have to run after white people's idea of what you should be.
Well, it's the same thing. It's the same thing like you say, Marcus said. You see, instead of rise up or he might race. But he might also go on and say, out of so many, one people, it's only a handful boss will go through. The powerful, out of so many one people, you know, the nation of people on the face of this earth, right, is black people, make up the total population. Irrespective of what them say about China, is the second biggest nation, right? And out of so many one people, right, only a few are going to see from. So therefore, in this uprising, you know, and it's truly is an uprising because the writing on the wall. And Daniel saw the writing on the wall. I saw the writing on the wall. And no man can give me that interpretation. Not one. But you see, the Almighty He make the interpretation known unto Daniel as He make it known unto myself. Because tell me this now. First you see the water,
Peace. By all means necessary. You don't know it's all about the title of the show. Is it all about the Benjamin? One or two straight still, you get me?
Right, so we got to keep it in that line. But that's what I'm saying. you see, the two way them go about it, yeah? Them use the male, yeah?
Yeah.
To break down the black family thing, right? Using the money, who are the weak male them can find. The second plan what them using at this time, or this last stage now, is to use the female and the children. Because them plan that for a long time, you know.
Yeah, good.
That's the master plan.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to use the black man against the black man. The black man who stand up and firm with him black woman and children, yes?
Yeah.
You understand? Now them don't like that. Now the few black women with them sweep through and them fine, they will give them certain access to certain things, as you've seen already.
Yeah.
But them don't know, so the plan them have in mind is that later on down the line, which is soon is coming up now, it's in action already, right? Is them going to use the same black woman.
Yeah.
You understand?
That's what T was saying as well.
In a terrible way. Well, I know that. I said that long time.
See?
Yeah, I'm just glad to see how you brothers now is seen and don't be deceived by the hype. You understand? And get sucked in the vacuum, because a vacuum of things going on, you know.
Yeah, for real.
You understand? And you can see a lot of nice, a lot of flashy this, and you know, the sisters them say, boy, yeah, so we like it because we're free.
Yeah.
You understand? Them free. You mention a thing, so you go far. You mention the time of the suffragettes.
Yeah.
The wind never reach on her yet. And them are coming about woman liberation. I don't know what the woman are trying to liberate from. From the nastiness where the European Englishman used to do.
Well, you see, this is what I'm saying.
You understand? This is what the black woman them are getting at today and the black man them now.
Suck me and freak me and lick me and rape. The same thing the first one they tried to get out of, the slavery, the psychological, sexual slavery, them won't get in. You get what I'm saying? I feel that is freedom. That's what I say then them don't know what them I deal with. You know what I'm saying? And listen, them I blame the man, you know. So the man is this and the man can't, and black man singing him cock. Then you tell me where the black man have put that so-called thing. Where is he putting it? Except in another woman. And if it's another woman, where the woman them there? Who now stand up and say, me them I put it in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
because it's only women. So therefore, they're using the man on the back of the feminists and that movement, and not really realizing what's going on. A lot of them want the free sex. A lot of them want the free youth. They want somebody to love. So they get a youth all by himself. You know what I'm saying? Because the system was willing to support them and say, well, they'll go through, do that and mess up your own family life. Do that. Meanwhile, the Jews keep theirs. Meanwhile, the Italians keep theirs. Meanwhile, everybody else keeps theirs. You become our little slave.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Well, that's the plan. That's what them have going.
No,
that's what them have going.
It's not planned. It's already in action.
That's what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying, but and what I'm saying is that it's just perpetuating. It hasn't changed. It's not a new thing. It's not a new plan. It's just the same old plan perpetuating itself. You know what I'm saying? It's the same old thing. And they think they're so damn smart because they know Versace. Versace's an Italian. You know, and then the next one comes along and say, yeah, man, for wear Kente cloth. And shut up. You're in a foreign country, and Kente cloth, when the breeze blow, you're in trouble. You get what I say? Don't be silly. If I had a choice, do you think I'd want to be here?
I know you want.
Exactly. So therefore, I'm imprisoned by this system.
Man.
And there's a lot of us who are imprisoned by this system.
We are imprisoned by the system, right? Because, you see, one thing this system here is a people with free spirit. See, when you have free spirit and like the water and the wind, you understand? Well, let me try to control that, you know.
Definitely.
Yeah, and it's like nature. Nature is free spirit, you know.
Yeah.
All right, so the European people will never become a free spirited people until certain time, you know. And that time had to be brought on by certain black people, male and female, enter into this part of Europe.
But look, we can even see that, innit? Because I will bring the single parent family come show them say it can stand up strong all by itself. There's all bring that come show them.
Yeah.
No, we.
Yeah.
Them live off of we, them, you know, we don't understand the strength we have amongst them, you know.
Yeah, but we in turn do the worst damage to ourselves by accepting money for our savior, innit?
Yeah, for real. You know what I'm saying? And that's what, and not even that, you know.
That's the key point.
Peace, but yeah, but not even that. You get what I'm saying? It's like, even though they accept the money, they accept the lifestyle. They accept the very voice of the master. Which is terrible. How can you have a black man, even me myself as a youth, grow yourself, go school yourself, how come me don't talk like them? And I was born and I went to all their schools. And you got fresh man off the boat, never been to a public school in his life. One of them is an MP. Yes, well, you know, so I'm talking all like, yes, well, I do think that black people should, you know, and the wherefore and the where thou art and rare. And you think, hold up a minute, don't the geese, because me understand that still. But when I was at House of Commons, right, with him on a special woman's thing, one of my woman friend them bring me in on a woman's thing, where it was what name again? What's my name? Diane Abbott, Abbott was running a thing in there, and it's for women, but she was allowed to bring a friend, and me go along with her, right? And then I had a black judge, right, who's a black West Indian judge. He was there. And he was, and listen, and he married to a Jamaican, you know. This man here come from Africa, but he married to a Jamaican. You want to hear this man here talk? The way him talk is so funny, you think he's a Jamaican. But that is not the point. The point is that he's still, at the end of it, I had to go up to him and say, boy, there ain't nobody like you. If you ever talk to this man who's I don't even remember his name, but he's a judge of the islands, you know. Not a judge of one island, judge of the islands. Some main big name him is, right? Him and the other little black MP there who say him leave him wife behind, cause maybe choose your white and is a black thing. And Diane Abbott and somebody else. You get what I'm saying? So the point I'm making is that you can still be successful and still remain black if you're willing to stand and feel the pressure. Like the homosexuals were willing to hide and pretend they weren't homosexual and feel the pain until them get a little leeway and them get some strength and them fly out and say, it's this. You get me? And you had the same thing with the Indians. Them wait till them maneuver themselves in the power, then you all of a sudden you start see black, Asian this and Asian that. But the black man, him do the same thing and get lost. It's like him weak.
Yeah, him do I know that him weak, you know, but I figure him, as you said, the Benjamin business, you see.
Buy him out. Why about him argument, about him business, about everything. I mean, say the Benjamin's about him argument, him business, everything.
No argument, because if him start talk on a serious point, or the man them tell, look, just look, one look them look pan, and them shut up, you know. For real, believe. Like one look them looking pan him pan the house, you know.
Like a proper bona fide slave. That's what I'm trying to say to the people. You know, Doctah X is a psychological surgeon. And those who are listening must understand, this isn't about beating down on black people. This is about awakening the thought process so you can rebel against what is happening to you and stop blaming the people them who are in power, because you're not going to take power from them by blaming them. You have to go and seek power for yourself.
You see the power, but the power will come down, you know, like rain come down. That's how the power come down from above, you understand?
I don't believe that, though. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I believe that if you want power, you have to find it for yourself. I don't believe you got to wait for some unseen energy to help you to find it. I think the unseen energy is within you.
That's what I'm saying. You see, and the energy come from above down. You understand? It come from above down, you know. So it's like you discover what you discover now. You got a power speech. Now, a man has a power speech, right? You become dangerous to a society that use money to control its dissidents. You understand? That means dissident. You could be a dissident from another country, come over from Spain, like the man Pinich you come right?
You're with it.
You understand? As well as you could be a dissident in this country where them use you, buy you off and tell you, talk along this line.
Yes, respect.
You understand?
You're on the same line, rude boy. You're on the same line.
You're not talking again along their line.
Yes.
You're talking, you're going above them. You understand? But because you have some of them they are learned people, the lawyer, barrister, the liars, You understand? No, those are the doctors. No, those are the people that's in the community, that corrupt the community, basically. You understand? You're gay, you're lesbian, and all those people. Those are the people who, you see all the things that are going on now. A lot of them people there, I know them people there. When I say I know people going through the education system and supposed to be in. We sit down and make many discussions about black people and stuff like that, and how we could help to do the situation, help the situation, you understand? But these people, when they find themselves reach certain heights, in terms of education, right? Them step on them brother and sister to reach where them want to go.
Because they don't understand. I understand what
No,
you're saying.
them understand, man. Them understand.
You feel
but
so?
what them do, because, yes, man. I tell you now.
Yeah, I don't know though, but I don't know if I agree with that, although you're saying that, you get me? But I'm listening to you.
You them understand. You them understand. From your sell out, right? From you take the 30 piece of silver and the 30 piece of gold or the 1,000 piece of gold or 25 piece of gold, you understand?
Yeah, man.
You sell out. You understand? So though you're educated, they don't understand. They believe, man. Whether them black, white, Indian or Chinese, they all understand. And this time, it's not Father forgive them, they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Father, never you forgive them. Time now for this them to pay what them just deserve.
Okay.
Basically. You understand? So on the line of the Benjamin, there's a lot of people outsiders doing the same thing, black and white.
Okay.
And you have to know who is who within your community. When you talk about a community, you have black and white living in a community. And the Benjamin affect the black as it will affect the white. But more so, to your point, right, why is it going on in our community and how can we do, what is the solution? The solution is, like you said, why to get out, but get out where? Because
no, that's not what I'm saying. That's what you're saying. I'm not saying to get out. Because that isn't the solution as far as the Doctah X is concerned. That isn't the solution. The solution, there isn't an immediate solution. The solution is evolutional. Yeah, because you have to understand and respect father time. Yeah. And so therefore, if you want to make a change, you have to start with every baby that shows you, like you said about nature, it in itself it's a majesty in itself, right? It will show you that the first thing you got to do is first you got to come out your mum. That's the first thing you got to do. No, that's before that, isn't it? First you got to get the seed, then you got the connection. Then you got to come out your mum. Then you got to feed yourself, learn to feed. Then you got to learn to sit up. Then you understand what I'm trying to say? So the Doctah X, as a doctor of Ghetto-ology, is about trying to heal certain things psychologically first. Right, but then remember, I'm only a doctor, you know. There's other leaders out there who ain't been brought out, who are sleeping, who are coming out their mothers fresh. You know what I'm saying? And what you then become part of is you become part of what they call a movement. You understand what I'm saying? Because somebody sets it into motion and then it continues to what? Evolve. And that's what, and there is no immediate solution. You can't run away and go back to Africa or buy a lorry and save some farming tools and run away from the genetic foolishness and all that. You know, there's nowhere to run on Earth. There's nowhere. Earth is Earth. You cannot run nowhere. You can get more sun. You can get a better sun in Jamaica, Africa, whatever. But if you go to a community whereby you've got your own farm, you understand? Meanwhile, you'll get carrying on with your life. And over to the right side of the island or the country, some other brother is setting up his band of armies, band of rebels who's going to come like Genghis Khan and tear down your lifestyle. Your lifestyle is gone in a second. So I'm saying it's not kosher to run away and set up by yourself, because then you will not have the protection of your people. Unless your people become strong alongside you, no matter where you are, you then will not be sufficiently protected. You get me? So if you're not sufficient, why go? Why go to Africa and like me, you know what I'm saying, go to Africa and build a little farm and then a little community? If my nature and if my energy inside me, where you want to call it my God or my soul, says to me that's the type of person I should be and that's the type of life I should head for, then that's what I answer to. But I don't answer to that calling. So I could never agree with that particular type of calling. That is for someone like maybe yourself or maybe other people out there who feel that is what's calling them to do in order to escape this particular problem. Me, I'm going to die with the problem, if anything. I'm going to go out with the problem. I ain't going to run away and leave it. You get me?
No, it's not a problem. It's not an escape. Some people try to escape it by being quiet. You understand? That's why you call it escape a man. You see 25,000 pounds or $1 million. Go Hampstead, have a house about So that's an escape.
Another way of escaping. Yeah, I would say another way, but I wouldn't say that is the only way to escape. Would you? I wouldn't say there's only one way to escape. There's many ways to escape. You can escape with drugs or alcohol, gambling. You can escape anyway. But I'm saying they're all temporary. Even if you go to Africa and live, it's still temporary, because your children, you're only dealing with yourself and your own individual entity. But your children have to now grow up, and their children have to now grow up. That is why the Chinese survived so well after Hiroshima, and the Japanese, after Hiroshima and Nagasaki, because they understand the motivation and the evolution of children.
Because,
Black
you know,
man in this country don't understand how to evolve his children. All he knows is how to make them.
That is true. Well, you know why them survive of a Nagasaki and Hiroshima, as you say, right? That's because, you see, where them is, you know, is on their own soil. So I none know the secret of their own soil than the people who is on their soil. That's the difference between we black people being here.
I understand.
You understand?
Yeah, I understand that difference, please. But hear what I'm saying. It doesn't matter where you are. The instinct to survive hasn't got no place in on the earth. Earth is earth.
Earth is
You
earth,
understand?
yeah.
So the instinct to survive should not leave you. The Jews wasn't where they were at, weren't they? The Jews weren't where they. Jews were the ones who first created ghetto. They weren't in their place of so-called sojourn, where they belong. But they managed to rise up out of their situation. They control the whole of, what's that place? That Manhattan Square. Is it Manhattan Square? Or, yeah, somewhere around there. They got a place where they all control. They're still not in their place of sojourn. Plus, they've gone to this place where they supposedly come from and taken it from some other people and said that's where we belong. So you're telling me you don't need to be in the place where you was taken from in order to rise up and become a strong nation. So I wouldn't agree to that particular scenario that you set up, because I can see evidence of to the contrary. Different evidence. You get me?
Right. That's fine. But careful upon the Jew thing. We have to know who the Jews are now, but we won't go
I know, that's another whole tool, crew, but I'm just trying to show you, even as a collective, forget that they're Jews, but it shows you how collectively a people, no matter what their religion, no matter what their race, no matter what, as long as they say, here what? This what I'm under, I don't no longer want to be under. So here what? I'm going to link up with my bedroom, link up with, and anybody that's setting themselves up to tear down my things, we're going to get rid of them. Yeah, because if you're not willing to, you know, where is your, remember, I know you've read the Bible story, remember where Jesus saying, I'm going to come protect the mother from the daughter, the father against the son. So any of them look a peaceful Christian out there with things say this thing are easy, and you're going to go around and say, praise ye God, praise ye the Lord. So it's going to work. It's not going to work like that.
I know so it's going to work.
It's not going to work like that. But respect, peace, and so we've got to move the show along. I'm going to play another tune.
Come on,
Respect.
Easy, peace.
Money makes the world go round. That's true.
Come again, rude boy, talking about money makes the world go round. Some idiot must have said that. Trust me, I want to see him so I can box him. You get me? Love makes the world go round. Come again, rude boy. They're fooling you. Call back after the tune done. Respect.
Money makes the world go round. That's true. And money makes me do all the things that I do. Hang with my homies, smoke weed, drink brew. Ride down Belford, one deep and bang screw. And money makes the world go round. That's right. Money makes the world go round. Living in the mansion one day with my wife. Stack me up some paper these days. One night, the wind stopped blowing these days to my sight. The wind stopped blowing, I'm paid. Truck tight. I got to have paper these days of my life. I got to have paper these days of my life. Cause money makes the world go round. 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 That's right. Money makes the world go round. Straight up. Money makes the world go round. Every day upon your life, thank God for your life. That money makes the world go round. Without a doubt, they all want to see about a clout. They don't want to know, see what it's about. We face with danger, do anything for the paper. Scar for life is mentality of the street life makers. Watch out for the snakes, fakes. Out to take the shores to make it dead, so prepare and beware. Money makes the world go round for some niggas. Money make the world kill all niggas quicker. The skrilla, the cabbage, the cheese, the scratch, the cheddar, whatever you call it, it's all that. Money makes the world go round.
Money makes the world go round. Unfortunate, it's never
They ain't spreading love.
cause money
They're spreading money.
wraps up, face. Money makes the world go round. Money makes the world go round.
And that money talks.
Money makes the world go round. Money makes the world go round.
Money talk.
People got to have it. Some really need it. A lot might even sacrifice their life to retrieve it. I see that money's good for me.
Yeah.
Money can't buy me love, but it can rip me some pussy. It get your hands on
You heard that?
it a bit before you know it. You go crazy without it, do strange things for it. Although it's made of paper, it don't
We ain't going out like that.
unless you're coming up selling weed while you blow on
Raggo.
seed. Money makes the world go round. Make the price of living go up, chances of living go down. You see, money makes the world go round. If you ain't got it, you ain't nothing. When you come up, then they hound. Cause money makes the world go round. Money makes the world go round.
Money makes the world go round. Money makes the world go round. Money makes the world go round.
Yeah, the caller that called before the tune started playing, call back blood. Whether it was male, female, whatever. Studio number 07957 775 477. Yeah. Can I have your name, caller? Are we in? Call back again. Run it, X. Yeah, can I get your name, caller?
Yes, sir. Big T again, yeah?
Yeah, Big T.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. The guy was talking before.
Yeah.
What's your name again? What's your name?
Doctah X.
Doctah X.
Yeah, on the
Hey,
Ghetto.
was you one talking before? Was you one talking to Peace?
Peace, yeah.
See, you talking to Peace. Alright. Right, I'm gonna talk about this thing as seller. I'm not gonna divert from what is all about the Benjamin, but it's part of what I'm saying now.
Alright.
I'll talk about this sellout business now, yeah?
Yeah.
Now you said they said that when a black man makes something, see, he sells out himself. See?
Not all
Now-
the time, you know. We're only talking about the way in which we are particularly positioned at the moment.
See.
If they haven't been doing that, we would be in a better position. So we're not talking about every single black man, yeah?
See,
You understand what I'm saying?
Nah,
It's a movement we're talking about.
Now we have to really check, you know, check what we're really saying.
Yeah.
You know, white brother now, seen. We could never say a white brother is a sellout because
No.
a white brother now, he makes money and he helps his brother.
That's right.
Now what I'm trying to say is now, seen, is this: a black brother makes money. Now I want to know who is he helping. I want to know what he's done. So you can't really call him a sellout as such. If you know what I'm saying, he's trying to be white because if he was trying to be white, he would help his brother.
No, hear what I'm saying? Yeah, okay.
That's
That's a good point you're making, but here I'm saying it, yeah? If he was, the reason why we're saying he's a sellout, because what? Because a tree without no roots is like, we would blow over in the wind. You get what I'm saying? Now, he came here and his parents came here as slaves or whatever you want to call it, yeah? And that's our history. The white boy's history is that you don't know whether he's Anglo-Saxon descent or Viking descent, or if he come from the city, if he was original English from Cornwall, you don't know which one he is. But he knows he belongs to the what C are they? IC1? Are they IC1? They are IC3.
I'm not sure.
He knows who he is, the Caucasian. He knows who he is. The
And
difference.
they help each other.
Yeah, huh?
And they help each other.
Yeah, but what I'm saying to you, what you're not recognizing at this point in time is that Anglo-Saxons are white and they beat up some other people. Vikings are white and they beat up another set of people. So what I am trying to document for you is a history that they've had to go through in order to be this person that they are today.
that way, yeah.
Which the black man has always been given his freedom. Anytime he presses against the oppressor, they give him something more. That's how he gets to become a sellout. Because they give him. He doesn't fight for nothing. The only reason why Brixton is in the state that it's in is because there was an uprising. The only reason why, you know, they say to you, oh, it's destructive. But at the same time, Brixton's better so in terms of financially than it ever was. You know, although it still doesn't cater for the black people, but you know what I'm saying? They were saying at the time that we shouldn't have done it because it's this and that. But it shows what uprising does. Any revolution you look at, the French Revolution, how the French, man, right now, if the French didn't link up with the British, right now, French would be under German occupation.
Yeah, because I tell you what's happening. My battery run on my phone. Yeah, I want to talk about rebellion now. Scene. You see this rebellion thing. I mean, why did they kill Lady Diana? Because she rebelled. Because what's happening? She went out first and see what was going on around the world.
Yeah, man.
Do you understand what I do?
Yeah,
She went
man.
to Africa, she sees the suffering.
Yeah, man.
Do you understand what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
she said,
man.
nah. And then what happened is she sees that suffering and she knows what's going on.
Yeah,
so
man.
it just touched her. She said, nah.
Not,
Enough is enough.
not watching it, just licking out against it.
She just clicked out against it, and that's the reason why they have to get rid of her.
Yeah, man, you're done.
You understand what I'm saying?
You're done. You know we're up on the same wavelength.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So a lot of black people now want to go out first hand. They want to go out on the battlefield and see what's really going
No,
on
but you
out
don't
there.
have to. All you need to
You have
do,
to go out
all you
there.
need to do is recognize, instead of watching bloody Top of the Pops and Brookside and East Enders, watch the news. You don't need to go out there because you can't afford to do that. Watch the news. Watch the suffering in Sudan. Watch all the black countries from the year that you can remember you opening your eyes to today. Every black country is suffering. Watch the appeals. Watch the charities that they're billing for black people that they're destroying at the same time when they're trying to build them. Watch that, and then you will know that there's something going on. You know what I'm saying? So you don't need to have to go out there. But what I'm saying is that...
But you see, I tell you, sorry to cut you there. You see all these suffering what they show. You ever notice they show in a way where it's a charity business. They say, we need your money.
Yeah, man.
And it's improving them. So what's happening is, in our mind, we think that they're improving.
For real.
Do you understand what I deal with? Because they always show these things as appealing for money.
Yeah, man.
Do you understand?
But then you know what they're doing. I mean, that was another. To me, that's a whole nother subject. But in terms of dealing with them, remember, there's 53 million of them in this country. So when they're really asking for money, they're not necessarily asking for us for money. What you have is some middle class people who recognize, and they're pressing against their own system because they are so-called, quote unquote, decent white people out there as well as the rest of those oppressors. So they're pressing against them, and they're pressing against their own system, and they're asking for money for something that they know that they've done in the first place. They make it seem as if it's the people that are suffering, but the only way the people suffer like that is when you bring civilization to them or the first world to them. That's the only time they start to suffer. So the only reason why these people are suffering is because white people or even foreign, their own people have brought the first world to them and made them lust and want, and and then they start to, and they bring them diseases that they can't cure, and all that, and then they become nasty, and they don't know what to be clean at, and and they lose all their sense of their customs. Because before, if they was in such a terrible state, why didn't they, by now, before the white man came to them, they should have been destroyed 40 years ago, or 50 years ago, or 20 years ago, even 10. How comes it's now they're under pressure? Shouldn't they have been destroyed a long time ago when they didn't have the white man helping them? Because the white man wasn't there. Until he became there, and until the black white man came up there, they was all right. Because you know of all them little bush people that live in the bush, them don't know about first world. No disease no reach them. The moment the white man turns up, disease. This, them a thief, them land, this tree mashed down, them a big Bill Isle, them a do this. And they mashed down there, all black people, and none of us, all them Americans sitting in Congress, and they got no power to do anything about something that white people in power would have been trying to do something about. You got lawyers ain't doing nothing about the kind of trick and the foolishness that the music companies are doing to us in terms of teething our music. Every year, every decade, they teeth rock and roll, they teeth blues, they teeth jazz. Now that in the moment they're teething boys on, and all them boys they're teething R&B. So in the next 10 years, you'll have to invent a new music to take that place. None of the lawyers are setting up to do nothing about that.
I think what it is, some of them want to do something, but I tell you what, there's no pressure groups. That's what I think.
Yeah, but you see, this is your first time you listen to my show. But on my other Uncle Tom's show, I was talking about lobbyists. The reason why they changed the law on copyright is because the white people have people who understand parliamentary action, and they got to set up a people called lobbyists. And what those lobbyists do, they're just a set of pressure group people who go to MP every now and then, have dinner with him or whatever, and say, Star, you're supposed to set up this thing because we're losing money and we've got to make the rate of increase and rare and all that. You get me? You got no black people doing that. You got nobody pressuring Diane Abbott. You don't got no pressure groups doing that. All them lawyers that say they're Black Society of Lawyers, and they're doing nothing. All they do is keep having dances and claiming that they're under pressure and the system don't represent them, but they're not doing anything for us to be on their side. They're on their own side because they've all become people earning over £30,000 a year. So they're in a Jenner or in a circle of their own. They're not connected to people. When they charge, they have a dance at the Hilton just before in December. It's nearly, I think, it's about 100 quid for the ticket. You know what I'm saying? They're in another league. So what I'm saying about this money thing is, as soon as they get money, they sell the black man out. The bouncers, let's look at all the other institutions. The bouncers are never there for black people's due. They're always there working on some white man's bouncing card.
More money, innit? That's what I can see. You know what I'm saying? That's where some of them see it. They say it says more money working for a black brother.
Yeah, Starbucks.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if you heard me earlier on, they're scared. You heard me earlier on, I was talking about some of the bashments that we have. The security is so shabby, it's ridiculous. But guess what? Black people, they don't do nothing about it. They want so much to get rid of some of the day-to-day slavery that they go there and then complain. Rather than say, I ain't going there if I know that man's there and they haven't advertised that there's going to be any metal detectors. You get what I'm saying? There's a whole thing that we have to look into our own safety. Man's getting shot in certain dance. That's rubbish. Man's supposed to have insurance against certain things. The promotion crews are supposed to be legitimized, but nobody's setting nothing like that up. So that we can come, because at the moment a man sets that up, he thinks that he's hard and he thinks that, yeah, he must get X amount of props and everybody must bow. He doesn't want to set it up as a community. He wants to be a single one head that people have got to say, boy, you know, my boy, Don, whatever, he's the runner, he's the Don, you know, yeah, you got to go to, rather than saying this is a group of us and this is what we do, we promote this. Oh, look at all them lawyers. That's what you do with law. That's what white man did with law. That's what how white man set up the police force. They said, right, this is the problem we're having, and guess what? This is how we're going to go about changing it. The black man, he goes, this is the problem we're having, and I wonder if the white man can help me to change it. You know what I'm saying? There's a big difference.
That's what I said that's why I asked the question in the beginning, scene. You know when they said they sell out and they're trying to be white. Now we have to ask ourselves, are they really trying to be white? What are they on? Because to me personally, I don't think they're trying to be white. I just want to know what they're on. Because if they're trying to be white, they'll be helping their brothers.
Yeah, but I still don't understand. See, why I'm lost there is because these people are not helping their brothers necessarily. I just explained to you about the Anglo-Saxons. They're not necessarily helping their brothers. What they are doing is understanding their need to survive. You understand what the black man, you're saying, so if the black man was like the white man, he would understand his need to survive. But he does, but for them. You understand what I'm saying? As long as what he's doing is acceptable in the eyes of the superior society, as he would see it, it's okay. The moment that I come on the radio and say, yeah, what people, they say to me, oh no, you can't talk like that, that's drive time. You cannot talk like that, that's not, you know what I'm saying? So therefore, as long as I don't act on Kiss FM and all that, as long as you don't act like you're a black man, you're safe. So that man knows that as long as he stops acting like he's black, he's safe. So he cannot be, you know what I'm saying? He cannot be doing the same as the white man. He has to do what the master race, because all of us recognize that the white people are, we're 2% of the population. That's a whole heap of people to fight against one time.
Yeah.
But sorry, go on.
Sorry, because my battery ran. But you see the English now, let me tell you something. You see this English, this posh language, whatever, the English language, right? The English language every year is changing. Every year they're adding in different dialogues in the English language. I mean, you look in the dictionary now, see, there's words what they use on the street. You think, oh, wait a minute. And a lot of the origins are unknown. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying that, a person thinks just because you speak, good English, you're intelligent. You could be the biggest fool out there.
Yeah, we done.
You know what I'm saying? You could be the biggest fool out there.
Yeah, this is the things that I'm saying as the Doctah X is trying to expose. Because all of that, I could come on the show and say, good evening in London. I'd like to say that, thank you to D-Row and... That's bollocks. What can you want him to speak like that for? It doesn't deal with the people. It's a fake voice.
That's right.
The people who are using that voice are assuming that I then think that they're intelligent. And a lot of the people who are in the field...
School and,
yeah, a lot of people who are in the field do think they're fooled by that talking. So until you have black people on television who are able to make that kind of distinction in their comedy, not their buffoonery and their clown, fat geezer, clowny, sellout, fat clown self, you get what I'm saying? I mean proper comedy which is meant to alleviate people in a light-hearted manner, right? And show all these things, and people say, see, that's true. And then it starts to sink in because black people take everything they get from images. That's why our role models, the black youth sons, there's not enough fathers doing their job. So black youth start to look at the idiot Jordan. To the boy can dump 2 ball and become a national. You fool! You cannot rate a man with all him do. He can jump and put a ball in a net. No, there's nothing wrong with that, rude boy. Don't get me wrong. But that's not something that you rate a man for. You buy his shoes, you buy his brief, you buy his haircut, you buy his socks.
And this is, I'll go now, yeah? And there's another thing I remember seeing, Pitney, can I bring up Pitney?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying, yeah? But listen, we're going to make another phone call. We're going to make the call come in, yeah?
Respect.
Alright?
Yeah.
I know. I'm out of here.
Easy, man. Yes, so we're back on that again. Yeah, there's no way that you are supposed to be having your son growing up to like a man that plays basketball. You know what I'm saying? There's a book of black heroes, 100 amazing facts, black history for beginners. There's so much other things that you should be teaching them. But there's nothing wrong with being good at basketball. But what does that motivate? Because you know some of them geezers, right? I was reading the paper, the other day. One of the geezers got 13 cars. He's got a Porsche, he's got a Rolls Royce. How many cars can you drive? You're not a rich man. You're not you're not in nothing. You're a footballer. You're a bloody basketball player. The little idiot, Eubanks, went and bought Mack truck and drive around like he's a gentry and like some idiot thing. Is that what my youth are supposed to look up and say, respect? You idiot. Properly stupid. You get me? That's what they're feeding my youths. Now, I don't see no white guys doing that. You know, this other little sellout, little wannabe black boy, Prince Nassim, keep talking about, yeah, I'm the greatest now, yeah, and yeah, boy, wicked, and, you know what I mean? Trying to be like a black youth, and he's come from where? Israel or somewhere like that. You know, and I'm saying to myself, hold up a minute, Star. Here comes these geezers again, and nobody's saying nothing to them. Yeah, look, I don't care how much black brethrens you got. Be yourself, man. You get what I'm saying? So that we can start telling people like ourselves to start being themselves. You know what I'm saying? The brother wants to act like, the geezer, should I say, wants to act like he's a black man. And go on like, and then he feeds the youth arrogance. Not humility or forthrightness, but arrogance. You get what I'm saying? And hostility. Yeah, I'm the best thing and nobody can't touch me and somehow, and Eubanks does it. They feed the youth arrogance and a negative state of mind so that youth, all they want to be is be arrogant and off-key and yeah, I can kill a boy and I can do this and I can do that. You understand? His sons and daughters to be engaged in such foolishness of swearing and low life talking, and they set up the PG system. We don't have no black groups doing that. All the black groups want to do is say, are you acting like a white person? Well, if you're not doing it, you're not civilized. That's all the black groups are doing. That's all they're catering for. So why should I, or why should my people or people like me bow to that? Then in a better way, dance one side and bill a spliff and just, and escape. Rather than like let everybody else is around us claiming that it's this, claiming that it's that, and not doing anything about it. You know what I'm saying? They get up in the morning. Now tell you a typical day from some mothers. Them get up in the morning, our fathers, them get up in the morning, the youth have spin around and are getting books or whatever, and boom, gone. Or the mother or the father's gone before the youths wake up or before the youths left the yard. Spin around, bam, leave the yard. Bam, come back later after 5 or whatever. Mum and I did it. All right, then I have to go do this and bam, 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 and do that and spin around and make my own breakfast and become independent at the age of something like 9 or 10. You understand? Because of the situation that they find themselves in. Boom, mother come in tired, father come in tired, oh shit, got to watch my EastEnders, got to watch my this, got to watch my that. Sit down, cock up foot and that's one day. That happens for a week. Then it happens for a month. Then it happens for a whole school term. Then they go and father them out or mother them out to some relative or to some play school somewhere and rare. Bam, that's gone. You know what I mean? So for a 6-month term, the system has seen their children and communicated and interacted with their children more than they have. That happens for 6 months. That happens for 1 year of the child life. Then another year passes, and another year passes, and another year passes. And it turns out that the system, the education system, has had more to do with their child upbringing. All the mother and father seem to have had to do is to feed them and clothe them. In terms of communication, in terms of and they say, why? I have to work because if I don't work, the bills them don't get paid. If I don't work, then you can't buy a Nike. And if I don't work, then you can't get the cable. And if I don't work, then I understand. But the pressure that you're putting yourself under is the pressure you're allowing yourself to be put under. Because you haven't explained to your child, as a child who's growing up, the pressures of economics in a system that you're in. Because when a child is a child, he leans onto the understanding of the mother and father. But if you forget to make him understand your economic status,
if you forget to make him know your emotional, or her know your emotional status, then as the child grows up, he'll disregard your physical state, your economic status, and he will disregard it because he doesn't know about it. And then when you try to impress upon him, it'll be it's too late for them to take it on board, because you have to develop the child from it's a seed coming true. You get me? Not when it's big and it's made its own mind about what it likes and what. You can't tell it nothing then. And then you start telling them, and then you want to put them in care and rare. I'm going off the subject a bit there. But what I'm saying is that this is a money thing. Because you're so wrapped up in trying to get money that you're leaving behind your children. And your children, you know, I hear everybody loves the song, oh, I believe the children are future. I hear everybody loves that, but they don't even understand the song. All they do is love the song. Black people see things in images, patterns, and pictures. So the reason why they can feed you their consumerism and feed you their Jordans and their Michael Jackson is because we love images and pictures and patterns. That's how they got us on the boat in the first place, with pretty little pieces of cloth. You understand? They lined them up all the way to the boat, and then that's how they got you on the boat. So-called Jesus boat, and took you out into foreign lands. You get me? So therefore, if you're going to still don't understand that's how we see pictures, and don't control those pictures that we see, then how are you going to ever raise up out of that state? It's no good building saying, oh, a black day and a black this and and bringing back old days. And there's days we should develop. We don't need to go back to some long lost day, a slavery day, where one day, a year, we decide to have a meeting, a recognized meeting, and you build from there, and you decide to have a slavery day, like the Jews remember their Holocaust. And you decide on that day, nobody, either you don't eat, you know what I'm saying? The white people have them warded and D-Day. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else celebrates the wickedness or the treachery or the wars that they've come through. Everybody else celebrates this. We don't have none. The only thing we celebrate is Christmas, Easter, and everything. And so some of us might, Martin Luther King holiday or some shit, some rubbish like that, which is not connected. Why don't you develop something that belongs to yourself? Because the sellouts that you rate so highly, the way you want your child to be educated so well, is just making him a sellout. He can't help it because the people, the land which he sojourns in, meaning the land in which he lives in, does not belong to him. It belongs to a race that kept him 400 years ago away from his homeland. Yeah? And therefore, being as they've done that, the only people that can educate him are them same people. Now, what are you expecting from those people? You understand? You have to expect it from your own son or your own daughter. And the only way you're going to get that is if you educate them alongside education. Don't just let the system have them, because the system don't teach African history. It teaches Christianity. So you have a whole set of Christians going to church on Sunday in the minivans and feeding these little fake preachers who don't know nothing about God, who are never ever blessed with anything to do with the creator or the creative influences. Nothing they've got except the ability to suck you in. You get me? And that's what you're dealing with. That's what a lot of people out there are dealing with. They're not dealing with reality. You know what I'm saying? Burn some of them church there, burn some of them preacher, them fight for burn them. Why? Not because I'm feeling, but I'm saying that there must be a sort of, even if it's not a physical fire burn, it must be a psychological fire burn. You get what I'm saying? Burn that. You get what I'm saying? Because you'll say to me, you see, because of you, anytime you see them, you say, because of you, that's the reason why I feel the pain I feel when I go. So when they come to me and hand me leaflet, I don't care if they're somebody's mum. I just say to her, I don't want that. I'm not even going to give her the mind of not to. I said, don't give me that. So when she sees someone like me, she's not in a hurry to give someone like me that, because someone like me ain't interested in that life anymore. I'm interested in the upliftment of the people then. The freedom of mind state. I'm interested in that, and anybody who's interested in that. I'm not interested in going to church and being a Muslim and wearing a tie and dressing like I'm shaving all my face like a baby's bottom. So my face is basically a batty face. You get what I'm saying? I'm not into that. You get what I'm saying? I'm not into trying to dress in a kashi or some kashi thingy and like an Arab and sandals. Because I'm not into that. I don't care who they represent. You understand what I'm saying? I'm here trying to help psychologically, trying to do some surgery psychologically on my people. You get what I'm saying? I'm a doctor. Whether you like that title there or not. That's what I'm saying I am. Because if I waited for the white man to make me a doctor, I couldn't help nobody. I couldn't help any of you. I couldn't say what I'm saying. I'd have to be what they want me to be. Because on the way, while I'm doing my thesis, yeah, when I have to send in my essays, and I write about they send it back. They give me lower marks. I've tried that. That don't work. They don't want to know about your history. Just keep supporting them and their history. They don't want to know about Marcus Garvey or Kwame too. They don't want to know about them people. Keep quoting Freud, quote Young, quote William Shakespeare. You get what I'm saying? You know, don't talk about Mary Seacole. Talk about Florence Nightingale. So when you mention Freud, they mark you down because you're not doing as you're told, nigger. So as nice as they make it seem in those institutions, oh, you know, you're just another nigger in their system. You know what I'm saying? You're just another nigger in the system unless they start to recognize. Look at the Sikhs. The Rasta man has been trying for years to get his religion recognized. And the Sikhs wasn't even... The Sikhs have come and they got their religion... And you know what their religion has got? You can walk with a knife. They got in their religion, you can walk with this kind of curved knife thing and the hat. They've got policemen, right, in their religion that can wear these hats. You get what I'm saying? Because of their religion. But they won't let the Rasta man, they won't let the black African slave. They got him soft, they got him away. Nobody, you know what I'm saying? He can't do nothing like that. But yet they've got all these rituals, they've got special days where white people can come to and everybody can come to and say, celebrate their, I don't know, Vishnu or whoever they Hindu or whatever they worship. They've got special days for them people there. They've got a whole part of London called Southall. What are you dealing with? You know how many people say, oh, enough people in Brixton, enough people in Peckham and Lewisham. You've got nothing. You can't say, yeah, we're going to have a Brixton or a Peckham carnival based upon black people. You can't have that because what? They're going to say, well, the criminals and they're going to stop your stuff. Because the black people in the community, the bouncers, all the strong men and all, they're working for the white man. You know what I'm saying? They're working for the white man. And as long as they work, and when they, and mind you, sometimes when the black man gets a little gift money from the white people then, yeah, that says, all right, then we like you, you set up this project, yeah? We'll give you X amount of money and you set that project up and you work it for your people then. To show you that we're not bad-minded towards you. That nigger, he sets it up and he doesn't want to pay nobody. He wants everybody to do everything free. Next minute you see him driving around in some pretty car. That's how we flex. You know what I'm saying? And then he's either a bad man or something and nobody know why I'm doing nothing because, boy, you know what I mean, really. And he's taken all the money that they were given to us to help us, all right, then advance to a level, and we take it, and the men who they give it to abuse their position, and they call in they have all these dues, these dances, and these special affairs, and they don't want to pay nobody out the money. Because they've used somehow managed to style it out and pay their brethren and tell their cousin and pay their friend some little less the money than they're supposed to be due because they won't stay true to the game. You know what I'm saying? They're not about advancement, whereas the white man understands his level of existence and understands for him to exist, he has to join a European Monetary Fund. He has to respect the IMF, the people who hold there's like IMF is the International Monetary Fund. It's a group of geezers, men, not women, a group of men that hold a whole heap of money that lend them to countries. People like Rothschild and people that have been having money since about the 14th, 15th century. You know what I'm saying? That's so rich they can buy out a whole country. These people they got to bow to them people there. You know, so, the point I'm trying to make is these people, they set up and they understand how to keep money turning over and giving it to... The black man thinks that the only money that he should have is in his pocket. The only time he should have anything is when he's feeding his car habit and he's girling up his car or he's girling up his spliff. You get what I'm saying? The black woman now, she's on the same trip as him now. She's thinking, yeah, I got my car, I got my little baby, I got my car seat, and I'm off. You get what I'm saying? I'm not disrespecting, I'm just telling you what I see in the ghetto. That's why I'm a ghetto-ologist. I see these things. I've experienced these things, and I live amongst these people. So I'm not making up stuff up, and I'm not bitter about anything. I'm just telling you what I see. And everybody who's living through in the ghetto knows this is what is there, and this is what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean every girl is on that. I'm talking about what is stopping us from moving to that next point. I don't see up on the walls, yeah, meeting, this speaker, that speaker. I don't see people volunteering their bouncing skills or anything to say, well, yeah, we'll be security for the day. Because we know that in a situation like that, you can't afford it. Nah, but it's some little nigger on the side who wants to make money and don't pay nobody. Not upfront, not honest enough, not upfront enough to say, well, then let's go to you and let's try a thing. You know what I'm saying? And let's see if we can develop for our children, yeah, something that they can deal with when we're gone. They don't give a shit about that. All they want to do is just earn and rave. 50-year-old, 20-year-olds. You got them, you see them every week. They're about 56 and they flex like they're 16. They're 40, they're 30, they won't even take care of their picnic because they still think they're 16 in their mind. They grow up, they physically grow up. It's like retardedness. They physically grow up, but mentally stay the same age. What's that about? Why is nobody addressing that? There is a psychological trauma happening to black people through slavery. The Jews have got theirs, but yeah, it's all good because they're Jews. But other sellouts are telling you, oh, forget it, man. It's a long time ago, cha. You know what I mean? It's not cha. You know, forget that. That's a whole nother set of people say that. How can you forget something that is a part of your very existence? The reason why you exist in purgatory, the reason why you exist in a place like this is because of these things that have happened before. You've got to understand yourself within that and why you exist like that. Not just ignore it. What are you going to do about it when your child grows up and tells you, boy, Ray, you know what I mean, I'm going to do this and I love that and I love this. What are you going to do then? You got nothing to do. You know why you can't do nothing? Because you did nothing in the first place. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of people think that, yeah, I'm all about, like I said, opinions. It's not about opinions. It's about, have you researched anything? Do you know anything? Have you looked at that deep? Or do you just think that? You get what I'm saying? Do you just think black people are all lazy and all thief and all druggists? Or do you just think that? Or do you know that? Or do you just know of some people who are thief and who are druggists? What is it? What makes you come to that kind of conclusion? You get what I'm saying? You can't just have that opinion because everybody's got, children have opinions too. Everybody has opinion. But when the opinion is worth something, it's when the opinion is backed up by some solid knowledge. That means it's validated. You get me? And it's for real then. But when it's just, oh yeah, I think that, you know, Darkus Howe is a wanker. Why? Because he is, isn't he? What is that? You know what I'm saying? That's the type of conversations that we're so used to and we've developed. How can you develop a conversation like that? Yeah, because he is, isn't he? Because you saw him on that program, isn't he? He's just a, you know, you don't know him. You know what I'm saying? And what are you validating that statement on? Are you saying then, okay, the reason why I say that is because he operates in a manner befitting of a sellout. And then you're saying, and what manner is that? And you're saying, well, because when he dealt with, and then when you start to look into it a little bit deeper, you realize that he ain't really. You get what I'm saying? It's just you just didn't agree with something that he did at a given point in time. Because when you see him at another point in time, he doesn't seem to do the same thing. So it's just your opinion you're talking about, but not his actual being. It's just your opinion. Because you haven't delved deep enough into the subject matter. By seeing one show is not enough to make that kind of opinion. By saying, yeah, it's enough to have the opinion, but as long as you say, yeah, my opinion is he's a wanker. But to state categorically that he's a wanker, it's a misconception. You get what I'm saying? You can't, black people have got to stop doing stupidness like that, trying to claim like they know shit because of their opinion. They got to know it because they've researched it. They got to know it because they can tell you where it's coming from. They got to know it because that's what they're about. Not just because it's something that they think. You get me? Yeah, right. What guy in shoe? Raggo. You get me? Doctah X The Getto-ologist, you get me? It's all about taking all that nonsense and stupidness out the brain, you get me? Running a psychological proper. Run to me, boy.
Big up the callers, blood.
Yeah. Big up to Peace, big up to Big T. You don't know it's all good. It's the movement, you get me? We're going to wind down now. Master Cuts in the house, big up. Coming through. Seen next week's show, the Raggo Chat Show, is all about, what's it? That fat geezer in a red suit. Who is that fat geezer in a red suit? That's what that's all about. Seen? Yeah. Until next week, it's all about the London posse. Gone money mad. Protect yourself.
city a whole heap of earner. Like a roughneck, rootless, Esperner. And I'm doing crime till the times are off. What I do? Sing, shot, watch, rock, on up a yacht. Them money. Gangster youth, who bangs the news, whose butters off, something like an hour off. Sling you up before you think to talk. Why crook, who I love to sting your book and talk, cause they're hard and you ain't nothing but a potential victim pursued by a muffin now. Could be a kite, a dipper, a blagger, or a roughneck ragger, brandishing a dagger. But I can't shoot a getaway car, I'm sure it's for a bank that cuts off his job, or security court. Stick up, you get rough enough, you do their stuff, and next minute them I bust the guns, what cost enough. Them come on, they matter, come on, they matter.
Doctah X would just like to say good night. Yeah, Raven and ting or whatever you're on, protect yourself. Next week's show's about the Benjamins. Nah, what am I talking about? The next week's show's about the fat geezer in the red suit. You know that one, that fat geezer with the white beard. Yeah, we're going to try and break that down a bit. And you done, no? That's how we're running it. Raggo. Ray Dunn. Yeah. Raggo. Done, no? That's how we're going too. KB. Sin. Hold it up.
From your busting tongue, don't drop it like a blue crap, cause you could even get distressed by a rude cat who's holding a blade saying, give me that slurs, and you hand it over, proving that your side is Marjorie. In the ghetto you so large, I mean respected, just a lick in a desperate ease. There's no please, you snatch and dash, and the one with the most cash gets the most pronation. Like crazy scheming, wheeling and dealing, they stick to stealing cause it's more appealing than dreaming of the BM and mercs, but never having it. Seeing opportunities, they be grabbing them. Charlie, smash, cracker, even sensitive. Assault by the youths as young as 12 years old. They want coal and a BMW, and I'll say them will get it from them and take the trouble to try and look at her to them gone one in man. Be a rap pocket, you all our life is a drag. Singing at the alley, then them a dolly from the rat. One the big time money, then them dropping pop. Next terrorists are gunners a fire. What them I go get a yellow, them a lick a bank. Them a moving and them a see them a driving and them a stealing buckets of those that they get stopped. See, money man, them got money mad, money man. Them got money mad, feed them and got money mad. Them got money mad. Them a lot of them got money